Three, two, one. Hello, everyone. We are live. My name is Icy Hot Jacob Scott with your recap of Season Quarantine episode 201 on the WKW network. So, we are going to kick things off with a promo from Bolo Reynolds. Bolo starts out saying that, hey, I'm grateful that I'm champion. I got this opportunity. I might just be a simple pizza delivery guy from New York, but I'm going to be a fighting champion. So at the next pay-per-view, which will be Wolf Slam, I will be defending my title against anyone. I'm making an open challenge, and either way, there will be pizza. That kind of begs to a question. Who exactly is going to answer Bolo Reynolds' challenge? That's a question that I hope we're gonna get the answer at Wolf Slam, because I really think Bolo actually wants to defend that title. I mean, I certainly would. The second match, I should say the first match, second segment, was the debuting Shawn Martin going up against Axe. Now, right off the bat, I got kind of a bit of a conceited air about Shawn Martin, saying, hey, when I'm done, let's count the number of championships I'm going to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. He counts 7, but he holds up 8 fingers. Dumbass can't count. Anyway, his opponent Axe was showing yet another great showing. He's only been getting better and better with each match lately. It was at the point where we all thought Martin was going to get a squash, but Axe quickly drops him to deny it. Now, even though, yes, one of the moves I've noticed on Shawn Martin takes a little too long to set up and is making it very easy to counter him, he still got the win after dropping Axe with a rotating unprettier. I would call it the golden end. That's my take on it for right now. But he still got the victory. And do not mind me, that was my intern. A random cat has walked into the studio. Well, as long as it's not my cat, that's fine. Anyway, he got the win. They shake hands. Respect is done. The second match was Billy Huggins going up against Chris Bay. And this was a great match too. Billy Huggins just would not stay down no matter how many 2018 splashes Chris would put on him. Although I will admit there was one actually funny moment in that match I want to talk about. Chris Bay did his little spin kick to drop Billy, and he just went face first, mouthful of bottom turnbuckle. Billy eat turnbuckle. Get that trending. Anyway, Chris Bay eventually drops him with one more 2018 splash. Got the win. And something rare happened. Billy Huggins actually showed respect. He shook hands with Chris Bay right after the match saying, okay, you know what? This kid's got it. The third match was Dillon Casey against Gavin Watkins. And to be honest, if this turns out to be a little feud between the two, I personally am all for it. Especially since Gavin Watkins was on his way to the ring and Dillon Casey decided to attack him from behind. And there were quite a few extreme match moments here, twice of which I had to think to myself, Watkins, for the love of God, be careful. The first of which was when he did a little spear to the outside through the ropes and nearly landed at an awkward angle to nearly break his neck. And the second time was when he landed an apron DDT to Casey, and Casey nearly went face first into the stairs afterwards. And Dillon Casey tried all as he could. He was no match for Gavin Watkins with his golden spiral. 1, 2, 3. Gavin Watkins won that matchup. And I really do hope it turns out to be a feud. So, what happened next was a little talk between David Spencer and the mob, representing the mob, Cameron Rose. And Cameron Rose essentially just reminded David Spencer that, hey, we're taking out Mr. Davis, but that doesn't mean we are under charge of you. The mob are our own group. We follow our own commandments, no one else's. Understand? Good. Get out of my sight. I really do wonder if this will mean anything, because what were mob members doing in WDW anyway? I don't know. Good thing you didn't ask me as soon as it happened. I was banging my head repeatedly against his desk. It was a sight to behold. The fourth match was Will Wildside, not Billy Wildside, Will Wildside, going up against Isaac Mystery. But is there something that Will didn't keep to mention? Isaac never forgets. Since Will Wildside ruined his match against Billy Wildside last week, he decides to get a little revenge by trying to jump Will Wildside before the match even begins. He succeeded in that part, but this turned out to be just a scrap between two people who hate the living guts of each other. But it pretty much turned out to be Will Wildside getting the win after the Hillbilly 630. 1, 2, 3. Will Wildside is your winner. The fifth match was going to be just a quick little exhibition sparring match between Owashi Hayabusa and Psychosis, both members of the Lucha Liberation, and I'm pretty certain they just wanted to do this to show the fans what they can do and go get some pizza. Give the fans some good old Lucha Libre action. Except that's not quite what happened. See, Owashi was in the ring ready and waiting, but Zinda Haku came out with a pretty badly beaten Psychosis, and Owashi tried to recover, but Zinda Haku just dropped Owashi with a series of moves. I really am starting to wonder two things. One, is Zinda Haku actually turning heel? And two, is Leo Carr going to follow suit? Or did they split up right after they lost? Did Leo Carr say, you know what, man, it was your fault we lost the titles. See you later, bye. I mean, if that's not the case, then you could do a feud between those two teams. But if that is the case, I don't know. Because, I mean, they could do a singular Owashi versus Zinda feud. But then with Psychosis and possibly El Peligro and Vertigo on the outside, that would way give an advantage to the Lucha Liberation. I don't know. That's a question I hope gets answered next week. And so, the main event of the evening was Devin Myers against Tiger. And to be honest, on paper, I thought this was going to be a squash by a furious Devin Myers, since he got screwed out of earning that Wolfpack title the past couple weeks over at the TLC. But it wasn't. Tiger was doing his best out there to make sure he didn't get beaten immediately, even going so far as to reverse two of the curse chokeslam backbreakers in midair by turning them to flatliners. But, try as he might, a series of submission holds all geared towards the face, first the brain claw, then the camel clutch, and lastly the mandible claw, spelled the end for Tiger, who tried and thrashed about, tried to burn bright, but passed out. He just simply passed out. And so right after the match, the Wolfpack champion, the real deal Percy Lopez, comes out and taunts Devin by saying, you know what, Devin, you're not the real deal. This title is going to be around my waist for a long time. While Devin swears that at Wolf Slam, he's going to choke him out and take the title back, thus making that match official for Wolf Slam. Percy Lopez against Devin Myers. Which, on size alone, I would say Devin could win, but I'm certain Percy has something up his sleeve. I just know it. So, that has been my recap for this episode. What did you guys think? Please let me know in the comments down below. Till next time, this is Icy Hot Jacob Scott saying, feel the flame, fear the cold, but most importantly, have a good night.